Are you gathering information about how to retire in Costa Rica and if it matches your wants and needs? But do you have a spouse who doesn't have the retirement age yet and you dream about retiring together and maybe live in Costa Rica? Then welcome to my video. My name is Muriel and I'm a Costa Rica expat, and I moved here from the Netherlands with my family of 4 in 2018, and I mentor and coach people from all over the world on how to create residual income online, how to build an online business, and how online marketing works for existing brick and mortar business owners or when people have their own products or services. So that's like, it could be on the head for you if you want to help your spouse to retire faster than the average retirement age. Because when you are done with working and you discovered Costa Rica for its beauty and the positive things that it brings to people dreaming about to retire in Costa Rica, then yeah, it would be a benefit to click the very first link down below and get access to my free course Nomad by Design. It's just optional for those who are interested in helping their spouse to get rid of their jobs as soon as possible, of course. The reason why I came to Costa Rica might be the same reason why a lot of people are thinking about to retire in Costa Rica, because it's so absolutely expat friendly. By the way, I forgot to invite you to subscribe to my channel. You can do that with one of the little buttons on the screen. Tap it, hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload new video. It's always Costa Rica related. It's for Costa Rica travelers, Costa Rica expat wannabes, and also sometimes for locals who like to watch my videos. And I also want to highlight my free course is also for Costa Rican locals. So anyway, yeah, the cool thing is that you can buy houses, you can buy vehicles, and don't pin me on the rules and regulations, but a lot of people bring their retirement into Costa Rica. So basically they're enjoying their retirement money and getting it from the banks here. There are rules and regulations that you legally can apply for a residency where you can show that you have your retirement and that you're going to use it from Costa Rica. Well, about the rules and regulations for applying for residency, that's not what this specific video is about. But I just want to inspire you, if you're, scrolling here on YouTube to find information about the best country to retire. I definitely think that Costa Rica is super high on the list. Why did I bring up this topic? I have a short story to tell you why I feel that a lot of people are looking just like you for information to retire in Costa Rica, but have a spouse who doesn't have the retirement age yet. So that kind of sucks. And how did I know? How do I know this? I was just doing a volunteering horse trail ride this morning with 2 visitors, 2 tourists, but they have already been a couple of times in Costa Rica. They fell in love with the country just like I did a bunch of years ago, and he is retired, but she has 12 years, she's younger spouse, 12 years to still work before retirement age. And they were looking to buy property, and they came to this area in Montezuma and on the trail ride, and I was the guide. So I was just chatting, and I love that, chatting with people. Often we get very nice people who are very mindful about the animals and about Costa Rica. And what they mentioned was that now they're looking for a solution to go back and forth and to buy a property that allows them to do that and what matches their wants and needs. So we were chatting along, and I thought, sometimes I forget how precious it is that I know how to make my living from my laptop. Here I have my laptop, basically, just, I don't know why I show this thing, how a laptop looks like, but basically to close the laptop here and to put it in your laptop bag and just go somewhere else, and the money can come in even when you're offline. That's the type of business that I help people build. It's called an online residual income, and it has nothing to do with luck. It's connected with monetizing your passion, providing value, basically using social media. So I always tell my students, start using social media to create income with it. And if you're not earning with social media, you're losing your time and you're leaving piles of money on the table. By the way, when I talk about making money online, I have a huge income disclaimer because I don't know your work ethics, or how serious you are, or how coachable, learnable, what you already know. But I do know that I have a lot of students who were able to move abroad because I taught them how to generate their income online, or how to market their business online. It could be that they have a restaurant, or they want to move with their skill sets of being a yoga teacher, for example, but they don't know how to get new clients in a new area. This is online marketing. That's what I teach. So that was kind of my field, and we didn't really, I'm not on a horse to tell people what I do, but I was just listening, and they gave me the inspiration to make this video, and I'm going to make a series of this about to retire in Costa Rica and to help your spouse to retire early. Basically, how your spouse can learn how to generate income online. Just realize that when you know how to replace your job income with a solid income online, which is learnable. It has to do with skill sets and mindsets, such as other types of skill sets that won't fall from the sky, like playing the guitar, playing songs. It's a skill set. You need to study, you need to learn, you need to practice, you need a guitar. Same as swimming, but same as becoming a dentist, becoming a carpenter, becoming a whatever kind of specialist. There is always education, mentorship, guidance, practice, and it's a skill set what people can make their living with. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about that, to give you some ideas what is possible. Because unfortunately, most people think, oh, that's not for me. I cannot make money online. But I'm going to give you the most easiest way to make money online with what you already know and do, and probably are paid for by your boss if you are stuck in that job and you cannot retire. So stick with me for a couple of more minutes. What can you do to make money online from Costa Rica? Well, if you know something, if you have a skill, maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a physiotherapist for work that you cannot retire from, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you are a carpenter, maybe you do nails, maybe you do hair, maybe you do makeup, maybe you do clothing, sewing, whatever, cooking, golfing, planting, gardening, all these skills you can monetize. And that's my field of expertise that I love most to teach to my students, to motivate them to step outside of their comfort zone and to provide the world with free education and knowledge that people are searching for online, such as on YouTube, such as how you found my video about retiring in Costa Rica. That's why you found my video. And about Costa Rica, you find plenty of videos. This is how strangers will find you if you start to make valuable content for strangers. And your titles of your video is going to be the same as the typing in the search locations on YouTube or Google or even ChatGPT. And that's how people can discover you when you are making videos. They will watch your videos and they will think, who is that person that I never met before? Because that person is living in, I don't know, Australia, but I'm watching her video from Japan and I'm learning XYZ from her about something that you can share. So think about it. If you could replace your job by talking about something that makes your heart feel super happy, that's called your passion. And suppose that people are searching information about that. You can make your living by sharing valuable information about something that you love to talk about anyways. And you can attach products to that through building an email list, through basically solving more problems of people, but now with paid products that is serving your audience. If that doesn't make sense, it's time for you to get access to Nomad by Design. Click the link. You can also see it pop up here on the video, but it's not complicated because almost everyone has a passion or a skill set that they love to talk about. Now, freedom is created by earning from any place in the world that you love to be. So this is how you can move with your spouse who is looking to retire in Costa Rica and doesn't want to wait, right? You want to enjoy life. Now, if all these words that I just mentioned about online earning and you're like, this is so freaking me out, terms like marketing. And then just think like this: if it's never properly explained to you, of course you don't understand it. That's why my free course could be the very first step to get to know some global things that you can expect from creating an income online. And most of my students are surprised how simple it is. Actually, I do have a lot of students who never knew that making videos about motherhood or physiotherapy will pay their bills, which is actually happening. So this is my point. You can look into retire in Costa Rica on a budget, or you can say, hey, I have 12 years or 10 years or 5 years to still work. I want to retire with my husband or with my wife. I'm going to focus for 12 months on education that will teach me the skill set and the mindset to generate my income online, so I can be a nomad by design, so I can live a life on my terms. And that is what I teach. That's my passion. This is what brought me to Costa Rica and why I'm here already living for 7 years without a job or without a brick and mortar business. I could not imagine doing that here. I volunteer working with the horses. I'm not an employee of the owner of the horses. I just do it volunteering. So to inspire you, monetize your passion and a world will open up for you. So all the time that you're now giving to social media, you can now receive from social media in the form of payments. And how, of course, exactly that works is explained in my free course Nomad by Design. Anyway, I love Costa Rica. To retire again, to wrap up this video, the locals are overall super friendly. The government is giving green light for people to retire in Costa Rica, and it's a stable country. Of course, there's crime everywhere, so don't focus on the crime. There's crime in Amsterdam, where I come from. I believe it's a great, great country. So, and feel welcome to comment below my video if you happen to have any questions. I also wrote an ebook, 7 Steps to Move to Costa Rica. I do Costa Rica consulting calls for questions you don't want to share here on my video, below my video in the comments. And yes, I do coach and mentor people to help them make their living online. And not just a living, but also how you can make a yearly income per month, just for those who want some inspiration about what's possible, but no guarantees. The fact that others are succeeding with this doesn't mean that you will, but I do know we celebrate a lot of wins. And with that being said, I think I've got it. This was just my inspiration giving video that yes, you both can retire and shortcut the long years of working with online marketing and how to build your business online. Talk to you soon. I look forward to seeing you in Nomad by Design. Consider it. Bye for now.